My second book, The Art of Friendship Bracelets, is out now. It is full of my favorite bracelet tutorials. I included as many as would fit. It also includes explanations of some of the basics, and it goes even deeper into the core concepts. It is available as an ebook and also in print, anywhere you typically buy books, and there is also a direct link in the description. Hello, my name is Masha and today I'm going to teach you how to make this gorgeous friendship bracelet. I am absolutely in love with this pattern and it is so fun and quite simple to make. That said, I would not call this a beginner bracelet by any means. I'd say this is probably closer to intermediate. If you are a beginner, you're better off watching my beginner's guide video and following a tutorial from my beginners playlist. Both of those will be linked in the description. Going into this tutorial, I expect that you know how to make the basic knots and have made a few bracelets before. But that said, let's get into it so we can make this gorgeous pattern together. I made a teardrop loop to start my friendship bracelet. You don't have to do the same. You can start your bracelet however you like, as long as your strings are in the same order, which I will talk about in a little bit. You can follow this tutorial. I would recommend doing a teardrop loop, however. I feel like it fits the pattern very well, and it is quite simple to do. I have a separate tutorial on teardrop loops. It'll be linked in the card and in the description. And again, to do that, you just need to know the string order, which I will talk about in just a second. First, let's talk about the string lengths. If you are doing a loop like me, you're going to need one string per color, roughly 2 meters in length, with a little bit of extra length for the string that you use to make the loop. If you're not doing a loop and you're just cutting the strings, then 2 strings per color, about 1 meter in length. Now let's talk about the string order. One thing that it would be interesting to do, and I think complements the pattern quite well, is to make the loop out of the same color that you want to be that first kind of diamond shape. So I made mine red because I want my first diamond to be red. If it matches, I just think it looks quite nice. So keep that in mind when cutting your strings, because you need to cut this string to be a little bit longer. That first color that you bring out for the teardrop loop, the color that'll be on the outside, is going to be the first color of the diamond. But then the color order changes. The next color is actually going to be the one in the center. So for me, it's going to be the orange. The next color after that is the one that will come after, so the yellow for me. Then it'll be the light teal for me, and then the kind of dark teal for me. So you start with the outer color as the first one, then this will be the second, third, fourth, and fifth. So arrange your colors in such a way that they match how you want them to appear in the bracelet. Another tip, if you want to secure your loop to your workspace, I've just threaded through some scrap string, and that is what I taped off to make it easier for me to work with. That said, now that your strings are in the correct order, we're ready to start the tutorial. And we're just going to start by making a chevron. This is the simplest shape really, other than I guess the candy stripe. We take the outermost strings and we bring them in. So the outermost string on the right is going to do backward knots until it reaches the center of the bracelet. The string on the left is going to do forward knots until it reaches the center of the bracelet, and then the 2 strings of the same color, red for me, are going to make a knot between each other. And that usually for me is just a forward knot, since by the time I get to the center, I'm already making a ton of forward knots with that string on the left. Now we're going to do the half diamonds, or the kind of triangle shapes on the sides that separate the diamonds. Let's start with the left side. We're going to take the 4 strings on the left, and with that outermost string we're going to make 2 forward knots and a forward backward knot. Then we take the 2 strings on the edge, we make a forward backward knot between them. Then we return to that first string of the triangle, that dark blue for me, and it does a backward knot and a backward forward knot. So that's our little triangle on the left. Our triangle on the right is the same exact thing, except in opposite knots. So we select the 4 strings on the right. The outermost string does 2 backward knots and a backward forward knot. The 2 strings on the edge have a backward forward knot between them. Then we return to the dark teal string for me. We make a forward and a forward backward knot. Now we're going to be making the diamond in the center. We can take the 2 strings on the left and the 2 strings on the right and set them aside. We won't be needing them. We're going to focus on the strings in the center, the dark red strings for me. And we're kind of going to combine both of the things that we did So we did kind of half diamonds, which are the triangle shapes on the edges. We're going to be doing the same-ish thing. So of the 2 red strings, the string on the right is going to make a forward knot, then a forward backward knot. The red string on the left is going to make a backward knot, then a backward forward knot. Then the 2 strings in the center, which are orange for me, are going to make a knot between themselves. I'm making a forward knot here. That's just what's most comfortable for me. After that, we're going to be closing the diamond off. So we're going to be doing a chevron with the dark red strings. By that I mean there's just 1 backward knot on the left, 1 forward knot on the right, and then a knot in between the 2 strings. So it's just a tiny little chevron. And now we're going to repeat pretty much exactly what we just did, other than the chevron at the start. Everything else repeats just as it was. So let's focus on the left side for now. I say just as it was, but actually we already made a backward forward knot here, so we're not going to be making that first forward knot, which is why I haven't asked you to repeat the pattern. I'm showing you again. This time that dark blue string is going to make a forward knot and a forward backward knot. The 2 strings on the edge are going to make a forward backward knot between them. And then that dark blue string goes to the left again in a backward knot and a backward forward knot. So now that second triangle shape is done, we can focus on the right side, and again we're selecting the 4 strings on the right. That dark blue string does a backward knot, then a backward forward knot. The 2 strings on the edge have a backward forward knot between them. Then the dark blue string returns and goes out again in a forward and a forward backward knot. And now we can set the 2 strings on the left and the 2 strings on the right aside, since we're going to be working with the strings in the center. And we are going to make another diamond, and it's going to be the exact same thing. We take the 2 strings in the center, the string on the right, the one of red, goes out in a forward, forward backward knot. The string on the left does a backward and backward forward knot. The 2 strings in the center make a knot between each other. I'm just doing a forward knot here. And now we're closing that diamond off, so the red strings do a mini chevron, and by that I mean the string on the right does a backward knot, the string on the left does a forward knot, and then they make a forward knot between themselves. That's it. The difficult part of the repeating pattern is done. All we have to do now is make 4 chevrons. I know 4 is not a very big number, but sometimes I lose count. A good way to remember is by choosing the color and remembering the color that you need to stop at. The last color that you make a chevron with will be the next color that you want to work with. So for me, I just worked with the red string, doing those diamonds. The next string I want to work with is the orange string. So that'll be the string that does the last chevron. Or you can just count 4 chevrons. One or the other. An important thing to note though is the first chevron that you're going to do actually starts from that dark blue string, which we did a forward backward knot with. So the first chevron isn't actually going all the way from the edge, it's coming from this dark blue string. The 3 chevrons after that are going to go all the way from the edge. Now you are ready to repeat the pattern. One thing for you to keep in mind is that you do not need to make the first chevron that we made at the beginning of this tutorial. That first chevron and this last chevron are the same chevron. So when you are repeating the tutorial, jump straight in with the triangles on the sides and ignore that first step of making a chevron. The colors have changed, but the steps are the same. There are timestamps in the description to make it easier for you to skip around the tutorial and get to the part that you really need. I'm gonna go finish making this bracelet off camera, and I'll see you once I'm done. And these are the bracelets. I'm once again very happy that I decided to actually make a collection for these. It's so fun to see the same design in multiple different colorways, and I love them all. I actually can't decide which one is my favorite. I'm gonna be wearing all of these throughout the summer. My book, The Art of Friendship Bracelets, is now out. You can get it anywhere you typically buy books. There is also a direct link in the description. And if you did get it, I would really appreciate it if you left me a review. Amazon or Goodreads is the perfect place to do it. I also want to give a special shout out to my YouTube members. It is with their support that I continue creating videos on this channel. So if you you like the work that I do here and want to get exclusive perks like early access to content and extra content, as well as a ton of other stuff, then hit the join button. But in any case, thank you guys so much for watching. If you do end up making a bracelet from this video, I would love to see it, so tag me on Instagram or pop a picture into my Discord server. There's an invite in the description, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye!